Alright guys, it's time for another monthly review. This is of course the monthly vlog that I try to release every month. Uh, yeah, whatever. It is August 2014. Alright, let's do it. So, as per usual, I'm going to be splitting this video into three parts. It's going to be first talking about what's been happening in my life, then what's been happening in the channel, and then finally what's been happening in gaming. So let's talk about what's been happening in my life, and still going through uni. It's going pretty well right now. We've just had some assessments handed in, so that's all good and well and done. Yeah, and also I guess the other real major thing that's been happening around these days is the Ice Bucket Challenge to raise awareness for something called ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. I did the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge and I have put that on my channel already, so if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Alright, speaking of the channel, that's basically the only thing I've really ever put on my channel this month. Yeah. Alright. So I guess we might as well just go straight to gaming because there's really nothing else to talk about. We'll start off with what's been happening on the Vita, on the PS Vita. Basically, Walking Dead Season 2 is now complete with Episode 5. Potential spoilers? No, definite spoilers. It's great to see Lee return as a character instead of just the previously on the Walking Dead. Instead of just that, we got to see him sort of have a chat with us and talk about like some of the things that we will have to encounter, some of the problems that we will have to face. A few things were pretty obvious, like the Russian guy, the Russian peeps. They were pretty obvious that they were going to screw you over. What else happened? I like how there are like some really different endings to season 2, so it doesn't just finish relatively the same way. Unlike season 1, where basically it doesn't matter what you do, in the end you'll end up with Lee and Clementine in the garage, was it? In the garage or garage? In the garage, and whatever. But in season 2, you can end up down south, you can end up down up north, you can end up by yourself, you can end up with Kenny, or you can end up with can't remember her name, the chick who bangs Luke. So you can end up with her. Yeah. So basically, I can't wait for season 3 to come out, and I'd like to see how they decide to incorporate all the different endings. Maybe they'll all just like quite quickly converge, sort of together into one. And if that's the case, then so be it. But otherwise, all right. Moving on, we had some Warframe news. Update 14.5 or update 14.5 just came out yesterday. Yesterday. It was new ice tiles and a new game mode called excavation. Why did I call it evacuation? It's called excavation. It's a mix between mobile defense. Actually, it's essentially a very trumped up mobile defense, almost, except it goes on forever. So it's like an endless mobile defense. I actually quite enjoy that mode, especially against the Corpus with my Mag Prime, because everyone knows Mag Prime basically hard counters Corpus these days. You just press 2 and everything goes BOOM! It's like Nova, but not quite. Oh, my hood's playing around. Also, we have some new teasers and stuff about update 15, including just a little bit more information about what may be coming into it. Supposedly, Nyx Prime is coming, which I'm excited about because I do play Nyx from time to time, and having her just screw up the battlefield, as is her imperative, is going to be a lot of fun. Alright, let's talk a little bit about StarCraft. There's a new thing called the WCS Game Heart option, introduction, mode, extension, whatever. It's essentially now you can play your ladder games with a choice of intensified color, which will probably make the game look a little bit different, and it'll probably make it somehow easier for people to figure out what the hell's going on, especially in terms of spells such as Time Warp, because at the moment Time Warp is the same color no matter who casts it: red, blue, yellow, pink, green, purple, beige. Doesn't matter. It'll still be that sort of green color, whereas with the WCS game card options, it is suggested that Time Warp will become red if you're red, blue if you're blue, etc., green if you're green. The same will go to things like Storm and stuff, but mainly for Time Warp, because it's sometimes really confusing whose Time Warp it is that's being cast down onto the field, and that really can screw up the meta per se. All right. Right now, PAX is happening, so I don't really have anything to say about it. I'm learning just as much as you are right now. And in other news, AC5 has been delayed to mid-November, which is, I suppose, great for me because the holidays are coming soon. By then, the holidays should be kicking in. So what that means is Assassin's Creed 5 and Unity and Rogue will be landing in stores and on Steam at the same time, which means that I could probably do campaign playthrough action for both. That would be great. But probably not at the same time, because that would end up being like every night I'd have to upload a whole gigabytes of video, and that usually takes the whole night, because remember, I'm in Australia with shit copper internet and no possible outlook into having even some sort of copper or a high fiber cable anytime soon. So anyway, that's starting to move into the political realm, and like I said last time, don't go political, dumbass. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for stuff, and follow me on Twitter. Alright, until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.